Actions to Overcome Anxiety with the Psychologist. Simon,
Hi everyone.
you're a psychologist, and last week you spoke about your social anxiety and how to help people and clients not get so caught up like this in their anxious thoughts and feelings. So how else and what else do you teach people other than mindfulness? Is it just mindfulness?
No, Angelica, it's also about taking consistent, committed actions to overcome your anxiety.
Like making this Facebook video and having all these people watch you to help you overcome your social anxiety?
Yes, Angelica, I'm still feeling that social anxiety, but this is our second time we're shooting a video, so this is another consistent, committed action we're both taking, and I'm taking to help reduce my anxiety.
Okay, and is it just social anxiety, or can it be a fear of, say, flying or heights, snakes, or, fear of your anxiety and panic?
Good question, yeah. It can be a fear of anything. We can pair anxiety with anything, so it could be a fear of any of those things, and those panic attacks, having fear of your own fear, is a common one that taking committed actions will help with.
Yeah, okay. And so what consistent committed actions can you take?
Well, what's your biggest fear, Angelica?
Probably fear of public speaking, yeah.
Okay, well, why don't we go to the board together and we can help work out what those consistent committed actions would be for you with your fear of public speaking.
Yeah, let's do it.
So fear of public speaking, Angelica, what are your three biggest fears with public speaking?
Yeah, so the biggest fear would be presenting in a lecture theatre in front of lots of people.
Okay.
The second would be having to say a toast or a speech at a wedding or birthday, so a social function.
Yep.
And the third would be making a Facebook video.
Just like this one.
Yeah.
So we're both feeling fear right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to look at what things affect your anxiety, what makes it go up or down. So the more people that are there?
Yeah. More people, more anxiety.
What else?
Having a group of people who I really respect. So, for example, at uni, having a lot of people who are smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing would be going blank, forgetting my words, stumbling.
And what's the last one?
Would probably be if it was a really warm, hot day, feeling like I'm going red in the face, palms getting sweaty.
Okay, so we've worked out the things which affect whether your anxiety go up or down. So if we're going to set some consistent, committed tasks, we have to hold in mind what those things are that make your anxiety go up or down.
Yeah.
So let's write down some tasks now.
Yeah.
So what about if you gave a speech to, let's say, 5 or 10 people at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be something you could do, a committed task.
Sure.
Yeah, and you might do it for what? A couple of minutes, 10 minutes, something like that? Okay. And on this scale of 100 down to 30, how high out of 100 would your anxiety be if you had to do that?
That one, maybe not so high, probably a 50.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put a 50 next to that.
Yeah.
Alright, so what about if you had to present in class at university to say 10, 20 students?
Oh, probably a bit higher. I'd say 90.
90, right, let's put it down.
Yeah.
So, presentation in front of a class, that's already up around the 90, so we know that's quite a high level of anxiety. So the class is a lot more respect, there's people, maybe, is it about people you don't know so well as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I can add that up here. What would be a third kind of task around committed action you could take that would bring anxiety up, but may not be a 90 or a 50, maybe somewhere in between?
Yeah, well, making this video.
Okay, so making more videos and posting online would be more tasks, and that might be what, a 60 or 70 out of 100?
Yeah, 60.
All right, let's put that down. Okay, so here's 3 different consistent committed tasks you could take and you could set these up with your classmates. You could start talking more in class as well. That might bring up some anxiety for you, would it?
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you to write that down? So what we're doing now is we're getting more and more tasks that Angelica can do that help to reduce her anxiety over time. The more she does these things, the more her anxiety will come down with all of it, with her fear of public speaking as a whole. So if you look at this graph here, what we're going to talk about here now is anxiety and time, and how anxiety comes down over time when we take consistent, committed actions, or we do these tasks. So if this is making the Facebook video, this bit here on the timeline, or presenting in class, or speaking to 5 to 10 people at a social function at home, before the tasks, anxiety is going to come up. It's going to peak, maybe 7, 8 out of 10. It's going to stay pretty high for a little while, and then after a while, it's going to start coming down, maybe at the 15-minute mark, the half an hour mark. By about an hour, it's going to come right down to a 3 or 4 out of 10. So if you can actually stay in that anxiety-provoking situation for at least half an hour, up to 60 minutes, your anxiety is going to significantly come down. Then when we do it a second time, anxiety is going to come up again, but not so high if we do it close enough to the first task. So if you do it within a month of that first task, your anxiety will still come up, but not quite as high, maybe a 5 or a 6. By the third time, it may only come up to a 4 or 5. By the fourth time, it's only going to come up to maybe a 3 or 4. By the fifth time, maybe it comes up to a 2 or 3. So you actually reduce your level of anxiety each time you do a consistent, committed task, which brings up anxiety for you.
Yeah. Okay, and does all of this apply only to a fear of public speaking?
No, Angelica, you can use this with any fear. So fear of spiders, like we were talking about before, a fear of flying, a fear of heights, a fear of the ocean, just general social anxiety in any social situations, a fear of your own anxiety or panic.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Simon. And just to finish up, how could you summarise everything we've just talked about?
So regardless of what your anxiety is about, you need to write down what your fears are. A list of things, situations that you would feel anxious in. And then you need to rate how anxious you feel out of 100 for each of those situations or tasks that you would do where anxiety would show up. And you need to consistently work through those tasks, one after the other, and do each one of them at least 5 or 6 times within a couple of weeks or a month of each time you do it. So let's say in a 6-month period, you do 6 speeches at home or with friends, and then you do 6 presenting in class and asking and talking in class, asking questions, and then 6 making videos and posting online. What you'll see is that your anxiety will come down each time you do it. You'll become more and more comfortable. Thanks guys, look forward to the next video. Thanks for watching.